Welcome back, guys. In the last video we load all the messages along with the user and the ads. Now still we're working on the chat system. Now it's time to do more stuff here. So I am communicating with the two of this user, and now one problem is that how do I know that this message was sent by me and this message was received by me or sent to me? If I know that thing, then I can simply display here. You can see we have a two div here. One is the div where message was sent by me, and another we have a list tag, and this here we can see message username, and we have a text. This is the message that I received. So if I knew that condition, this message was sent by me and that message was received by me, I could easily use something like if else statement, and I can display all the messages that's sent by me on the left hand side and all the messages that's sent to me by other user on the right hand side, right? So if you go here in the message, and let's go message user 2, I have sent a message to user 2. We are loading user and we are loading add. So in the first conversation we will also store the add ID, and in the next conversation after that we don't store the user add ID. Okay, so and then we'll have add ID like null. So here if I had something like that, let's say in here if I had something like one attribute, let's say it's owned by me, and that could be either 1, that is true, or it could be 0. So 1, if that message was sent by me to other user, that will be 1, and that would be 0 if that message was received by me. Okay, so but we don't have any such attribute here. So what we do we make another attribute? Do we make another migration file and add that, and whenever user send the message in the send message controller, we just attach that here like one or something like one or OWN one or, and if that was sent by me, then just make true like this. No, we can do that as well, but here I like to use something like appends. I'm going to use appends with assessor, and we can do that in Eloquent. So what actually it does? So whenever I use the appends in my model, so I'm going to add in the messages, so definitely I have to go into the message.php, and here I'll use the append, and I can append any attribute, and I'll be using assessor to assess that. Okay, so Eloquent has a convenient feature called assessor. You can define your own custom field on the top of existing database table, and we'll use the keyword called append. So let's use here. So I'll use the protected, PRO, this is protected, and $APPENDS appends. Okay, and I can give the name of attribute that I want to have. So what could be the name of the attribute that I want to have? It can be anything. For example, if that message was owned by me, then I'll write simply self-owned. Okay, now if I go here, then I might get an error. So I might get an error because if I append something, I should have the assessor, and the way we define the assessor is the prefix should be get and the suffix should be attribute, and the middle part should be the name of the field. So name of field in my case is self-owned attribute. So I should have this method here now. So let's make this method. So now I can write here public function, sorry, functn function, and the name of this method. Okay, so this get should be all the prefix, and attribute is always a suffix, that is the last part, and the middle part is the name of attribute. And if I now refresh, then you can see here you get these things, right? So currently self-owned is null, and the reason is that we have not checked this. We have to use condition whether this message was sent by me or not, that we have not sent this. Okay, so we have to check this condition. So let's check the condition. So here the condition is simple, return $this, and we can access user underscore ID from the message table. If user underscore ID is equals to auth user ID, auth user ID, then that message was sent by me, right? So now this, if that was message was sent by me 4 to 2, then this should be true, otherwise it should be false. And refresh, and you can see cell phone, this is true. Now I know that this message was sent by me to this user. Okay, so this is true now. And let's see another message, and if you go here, this is false. This is false because I think this was, you can see this was receiver was 4, that means this was me and was sent by 2. So I'm not the owner of this message. The owner of this message is user with ID 2. So in this case, this is false. So now I know which message was belongs to me and which message was sent by other user to me, right? Now things will be much easier here. So now what I can do here is I can go to the component here, and so this is our first part, and we have a sender here. So you can also get, I already said that you can also get conversion.view from the all this from the design from the, if you're not getting check design, then you can get all the design from the resources view design, and you have your chat.html, you can also grab from here. Okay, so now let's move here. So we have a sender prefix, and here I'll write, now we have the cell phone property. So if message dot self owned, if message is self owned, then this part is belong to one certain user, and if not, then we have a buyer here. So this will be v, else this will be executed then. Okay, so in the first part we have we display the name and the body. Now we'll also display here body. So here we'll display message dot body. Okay, now let's refresh this, and this was sent by this user and this was received by me. So let's try again. Okay, so I'm with ID 4 and this was 222. Now I'll try another one. So let's say user with ID 2 send me the message to, and I'm the receiver ID. I'm currently logged in the user ID 4. Hi, have you received a message from ID 2 just for testing? And now you can see that this message was sent to me. Okay, this message was sent to me because I'm the receiver ID with a 4. So let's now, if you go here, you can see here this message was sent by the Valentin Patterson. Okay, and Valentina Patterson are on the right hand side, and this message was sent by me to him, and these all the messages are also on the left hand side. So if you go here, this message was sent to me. Let's send message to this user ID 3. So here 3 and 4 is a receiver. Now 4 will be sender. So let's say I'm the 4 and I'm sending to 3. I'll say hi, and so I'm sending message to 3. 4 is sending message to 3. Let's refresh, and now you can see I'm sending message as a hi. Okay, now the last part in this video we want to do is we want to, whenever we make a first conversation from the front end, here if you go here one of these, and if you send a message, we're storing the ad ID so that both users know that on what ad they are talking about, right? That will be very helpful. So we do have the ad ID for the first conversation, so let's go and display the name of ad for that ad ID. So to get that, I can display simply here on the top we have here, and here I'll make another p tag. So p tag and close p tag, and I'll display here. So class text center, center, class text center. And so I don't have ads in every messages, so I have to check that. So let me show you message slash user slash to. Let's go here, and we have ads here, right, for this, but here you can see ad is null, so we have to check this, otherwise we get the error. So let's check this. So if ads dot message, sorry, message dot add, message dot ads, if we have that message, then only we are showing that ad. If we have the ad, then only we are showing, okay, otherwise we don't do that. And here will be the link, and let's close the link here, and we'll display the name. So name is message dot ads dot name. Okay, now let's see whether we see this or not. So here I think so, you can see this user watch, that was I was talking about this particular ad with this user. And let's make here URL as well, and let's get the image also for this. So here I'll write a target, target underscore blank, so that it will open at a different page, target blank. And how to get the URL. So the URL is first is the product. So we'll write here, so first is the products, PROD as products, and then we'll write the, and then we'll write here message. Sorry, this and this. Okay, this is fine, I think. Okay, and so we are concatenating this, and we'll convert this as a message dot ads dot id. So products, and then we'll have ID of that product, and then we'll have the slug of that product, right? So here, let me remove this for now. I'm getting some confusion here in formatting this URL. Okay, so we have a products and slash products slash, and then we have a concatenating message that adds. Now I like to concate another more, that is, I have to give again slash, and again concate message dot adds dot. Now we need a slug, right? We need a slug, and this should be fine. So let's see this. If we go here, and the URL is obviously the broken, so let's see what's broken here. So we have an anchor, so we need to bind this, sorry, we need to bind it. Now everything is fine, and let's keep target underscore blank, target underscore BLANK blank. Refresh this, click it, and now you go to that particular product. Okay, great. Now let's get fetch this image also here. So how we can get that image then? So to get that image, so we have to see first let's get the name of image. Sorry, so message dot as dot FEATUR feature underscore image. So message dot as a feature image will display the feature image name. So let's see the feature image name. So feature image name is this one. You can see we have a public category, and then this is the name of all the images. So if we go here, and if we do something like this, we don't get, right? So here we have to remove the public. STOR is a storage, and now we get. So we'll remove the public and we'll attach the storage. That means we have to remove the first 7 characters from here, so that it will get only category and then the next name of image, and then we can simply attach the storage to access the image. So it's a bit tricky since our image is stored in a storage directory. So let's see here how we get. So here I'll write an image and src point. So first is the storage /storage storage slash, and then conquer this, and then we have a message. So message message dot adds dot featur feature underscore image. Obviously not get the image because we need to remove the public and slash from the front. So how we do that? So we can use something like sop string, stp sop str in the string, and R7, so that it will remove the first 7 character. That means it will remove all the public, the name public, and we can add as storage and category and the name of image. That's how it works. Okay, so close this. So feature image, and we have this should be here, I guess. Okay, and let's give the width 120. Okay, and let's refresh, and you can see we got the image as well, right? So correct. So let's try for another one. So let's try for the anything whichever we have. So let's go to laptop. Let's try for this, and this is with this user, and I say is it ABIL available. Send. As a send letter will have your link so that the user can directly go to the messages, and this message was sent to this user, and you can see the conversation started, and conversation was for this ID.